Imagine walking into a hospital where doctors perform surgery, then immediately deliver a baby without washing their hands, no gloves, no disinfectant, no soap. It sounds unimaginable today, but just 200 years ago, this was common medical practice. The result, millions of unnecessary deaths. Then, one doctor made a simple observation, an idea so powerful it would save countless lives. Yet instead of being celebrated, he was mocked, rejected, and forgotten. This is the incredible story of hand washing, the simple discovery that changed medicine forever. The year was 1846. At the General Hospital in Vienna, two maternity clinics stood side by side. Women noticed something terrifying. One clinic had a much higher death rate than the other. Mothers who had just given birth were dying from childbed fever, a severe infection that was often fatal at the time. Many pregnant women became so frightened they begged to be admitted to the safer clinic. Doctors had no explanation. Some blamed bad air, others blamed overcrowding. No one suspected the real cause. A Hungarian physician named Ignaz Semmelweis began investigating the mystery. He carefully compared the two clinics. Everything seemed similar, except for one important difference. Medical students worked in the first clinic, midwives worked in the second. Then tragedy struck. A fellow doctor died after accidentally cutting himself during an autopsy. His symptoms closely resembled those of the mothers dying from childbed fever. Semmelweis realized something astonishing. Doctors were moving directly from the autopsy room to the maternity ward without cleaning their hands. Semmelweis proposed an idea that seemed radical at the time. Before examining patients, doctors must wash their hands using a chlorinated lime solution. The results were extraordinary. Within months, deaths from childbed fever dropped dramatically. What had once claimed many lives became far less common. Today, we know that hand washing removes harmful microorganisms. But in Semmelweis's time, germs had not yet been widely accepted as the cause of disease. He had discovered the solution before science fully understood the problem. One might expect doctors to celebrate the discovery. Instead, many rejected it. Accepting Semmelweis's findings meant admitting that physicians themselves had been spreading deadly infections. Many found that idea unacceptable. His recommendations were ignored by numerous hospitals. Despite clear evidence, hand washing was slow to gain acceptance. It was one of the greatest tragedies in the history of medicine. Years later, scientists such as Louis Pasteur demonstrated that microorganisms could cause disease. Soon after, surgeon Joseph Lister applied antiseptic techniques during surgery. Suddenly, Semmelweis's observations made perfect sense. Doctors finally understood why hand washing worked. Hospitals around the world gradually adopted improved hygiene practices. Medicine entered a new era. Today, hand washing is considered one of the simplest and most effective ways to reduce the spread of many infectious diseases. It protects patients, healthcare workers, families, and entire communities. Hospitals now follow strict hygiene protocols. Doctors wear gloves, medical instruments are sterilized. Practices that once seemed revolutionary have become routine. The importance of hand hygiene became especially visible during global disease outbreaks. Public health experts repeatedly emphasized proper hand washing as one of several important measures to reduce the spread of many infections. A habit that takes less than a minute can make an enormous difference. Sometimes, the greatest medical breakthroughs are also the simplest. Ignaz Semmelweis did not live to see his ideas fully accepted, but today he is remembered as one of the pioneers of infection prevention. His story reminds us that scientific discoveries are not always accepted immediately. Evidence can challenge long-held beliefs. Progress often requires persistence, and sometimes the person who changes the world doesn't receive recognition until long after they're gone. Every time you wash your hands, you're participating in a practice that transformed medicine, a discovery born from careful observation, courage, and a willingness to question accepted ideas. The greatest inventions are not always machines. Sometimes they are simple habits that save millions of lives. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like the video, subscribe to FactPaced, and share it with your friends. Every subscription helps us bring you more fascinating documentaries about science, medicine, history, and the discoveries that changed our world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next FactPaced documentary.